Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be going over the weekly wisdom walk, but it's not going to be a normal week in my life. It's going to be a week in my life as far as my Bible study notes go. Now, as you guys can probably tell, I am looking off screen and on screen, and that is because I have my phone with me right here, and this is what my notes are on. So I will be periodically looking at you guys and also my phone as well for my notes. So let's get started. Proverbs is powerful because it was written by Solomon, the wisest man to ever live. He had riches, a beautiful wife, and all he could ever want. God asked him what he could give Solomon, and Solomon asked for more wisdom, not riches. Through Proverbs, we experience Solomon's wisdom. The purpose of Proverbs is to gain wisdom and instruction, offer practical guidance to navigate life with understanding and discernment, and to know that wisdom is more than worldly riches. Friendships and gossip. Proverbs 16:28 says, "Fierce woman stirs up conflict, and gossip separates close friends." Gossip separates friendship and is a tool of the enemy. Instead of gossip, pray for others for restoration, guidance, and pursuit of God. Sorry, not pursuit. And this is just a disclaimer for chapter 6, but I only have notes for verses 1 through 11 for chapter 6 because those are the only ones that I have so far. So let's get started with the rest of this. So Monday's theme is to listen to God and have a teachable heart. The key verses and the points. Verses 1 through 7 talk about fear of the Lord, which is the beginning of wisdom, righteousness, justice, and equity, and how they all flow from wisdom. Verses 8 to 9 talk about how wisdom from parents is valuable. Verses 10 to 11 talk about how we should avoid sinners and resist bad company. Verses 20 to 33 talk about how wisdom in this case is personified, and it calls out to those who will listen. And kingdom wisdom, which is the high road, which is fleshly desires, which is the low road and quick satisfaction, are the two choices that you can make, and you should definitely go for kingdom wisdom. We're gonna get into that a little later too, but yeah, if you can, definitely choose kingdom wisdom. Walking in flesh equals death, and walking in spirit equals life and peace, which is Romans 8:6. And then mindset controls life. So if you are set on flesh, then it means death. If you are set on spirit, then it means peace and abundance. Again, please don't mind the Hispanic music that is playing in the background. That is not me at all. That's just my annoying neighbors outside. But yeah, another thing is going back to obviously the video, complacency equals destruction, and avoid distractions like social media. You can consume it, just don't do it too much. And then if you listen to kingdom wisdom, it will bring you safety, peace, and ease without fear. Moving on to Proverbs 2. Proverbs 2's theme is benefits, again, of kingdom wisdom. And the key points are that wisdom must be sought like treasure. You must store God's word in your heart, not just your mind. It requires time, effort, surrender, and reverent fear of the Lord. Wisdom protects, from sin and poor decisions. Words have power, so speak carefully. Rely on God to guide paths, Proverbs 3:5-6, which we will get into. And then walk with the Lord, which is your heavenly reward. And that's actually based off of verses 20 to 22. On to Proverbs 3. Proverbs 3 key point is obedience and trust in God's favor. Also, if my left eye, which is this one for me, looks a little off, it's because I thought there was something in my eye and it just irritated me. So, yeah. Key points are that memorizing God's word must shape your life and your obedience, which equals favor. Keep God's word close and let it guide daily actions. Trust God when you don't understand. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't watched last week's video, I actually uploaded my raw, uncut testimony, and I talk all about 3, 5, and 6. So if you guys haven't watched that yet, go back to my latest video, and you guys can go watch that. What else? Let's see. Surrendered life equals peace and strength, and invite God into all aspects of your life. God's correction is out of love, and it's valuable for guidance and change. The universe in Proverbs 3 reflects on God's wisdom, and his creation shows the order of things. And then practice good immediately, avoid envy of the wicked. And then wisdom plus humility equals understanding God and self correctly. On to Proverbs 4. Proverbs 4. The theme for Proverbs 4 is to teach wisdom and guard the heart from parents to their kids. The key points is that parents must teach God's wisdom at home, because if the parents teach God's wisdom at home, then the foundation lasts even if children's go astray. And then it's also to teach children to have a teachable heart. Wisdom is available to all who seek it. Guard your heart means words and actions reflected as well, which is in response to verse 23. And then there's one more. Hang on, there we go. Avoid distractions and internalize God's wisdom. So, yeah. Moving on to, again, Friday, which is 5 and 6 combined, because I only have a little bit of chapter 6 notes. Proverbs 5 and 6's theme is guarding wisdom, avoiding sin. The key points is to ensure that wisdom is heard and retained. Guard God's wisdom in your heart. Speech must reflect truth and wisdom. Sin equals fleeting pleasure and leads to death. Avoid temptation physically, mentally, and spiritually. Colossians 1-2, along with 1 Corinthians 10:13. Disobedience equals loss of honor. God's commandments equals blessings for his glory. Confess sins and turn to the Lord, for he sees all of it. Focus on God's blessings and boundaries. Delight in what he provides. And sin pales in comparison to God's gifts, so choose wisely. Thank you so much for following along in this weekly wisdom walk through my Proverbs notes, chapters 1-6:1-11. The key takeaways that I hope you guys can take away from this are that wisdom shapes hearts, guides decisions, protects from sins, and refreshes the soul. Another thing is to keep your hearts and minds open to God's word. Pursue kingdom wisdom, guard your speech, surround yourself with the right company, and walk in God's wisdom so that it brings peace, safety, and abundance. Alrighty, my lovelies, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on all my socials, which will be linked down in the description. Like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in my next one. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye.